Good morning, Diecast friends and fam. It's Freestyle Friday, so I get to do whatever I want. But I'm super backed up in cars, like trade cars. So we're definitely gonna talk about some cars. And I got a few questions, so we're gonna do the feedback thing too. And nothing real freaky, so not too freaky a Friday. But let's jump right into the cars, and then I'll do the talky part afterwards. So Bill Wilkinson is one of my main trade buddies, and he never disappoints. And I feel like this latest shipment had some extras in it, like stuff we didn't really discuss. So I'm going to try to hit him back with some extras whenever I can. He sent this. What year is this? 67 GTO. And it's a Richard Petty livery, and this came in like a Richard Petty tribute 20 pack, and then I think it was also available separately. So, but it was the same exact car, so who knows what the provenance is of this. But I am a GTO lover, and I've never really seen this one before. It's got the Wheaties livery. The only cosmetic issues is a little bit of chrome. I might just strip the chrome off those lace wheels altogether, and because again, this is for me, so I'm kind of a freestyle collector. A matte Roadrunner, and I think this came in the in a Flames 5-pack way back in 2020, if I'm not mistaken, but I will take it. I only have a couple Roadrunners. There's no Roadrunner box. I just put this in with my. You see that flashing light? I got this weird freaking LED thing from Target, and once the white light goes out, it goes into like strobe sound activated mode, but I just turned it off. So yeah, Roadrunner, matte red, and that is for me. A wicked cool yellow Grabber Maverick, and I have a separate box, I believe. See, I can't even keep track. I have too many collecting threads going on, but I am in search of Grabber Mavericks, and as well as the custom Maverick, which is kind of a grabber style. And so this was very much appreciated and total keeper. Like this is one that I'm gonna like covet. Then some carded stuff, which I'll kind of go from, I don't know, this isn't even really worst to best because it's all awesome. So let's talk about these Matchbox first. I sort of put a post up an APB for these, and William had 2 of them. And yeah, I wanted not to collect and covet and package, but to open right up. Nice collector box. The RS6 Avant has been done a lot. I've never ridden in one, but it must be a hell of a car for it to be cast so many times. So here's this Matchbox collector's version. And I'll have to go through my Audis. I don't think they're really in much order, but I think I have like 4 Matchbox R6s and like 6 or 7 Hot Wheels. Glad to have that. And then he sent this 4Runner, which I also put an APB out for. Guess that's Gen 1. My friend of mine added Gen 2, and I don't think that anyone has ever cast a Gen 2 4Runner. Because he was looking, and I think we looked, and we just could not find one anyway. It's like that generation is completely ignored. Unless this is Gen 2, and I'm pretty sure this is Gen 1. Doesn't have a year on it. It just says Toyota 4Runner on the card and the box. But it's got that badass flat gray. I guess it was a 70th anniversary series. Killer. Love it. And did I mention that I'm drinking coffee? It's not, this is Freestyle Friday, but I mean, I drink coffee every day, all morning. So, the beloved pink surf crate. And man, I'm glad to have this. I've had about 4 or 5 of these and sold them all because, you know, I'm a merchant and everything, but never kept one. So now that I'm medium, I guess, I wouldn't say casually, but not as aggressive as like King Gouda, I am collecting surf crates, and here is this magnificent pink one. This was the first one I ever saw, and I was like, man, that's a really badass car. I like it. Not only is it an open wheel hot rod, but just looks kind of like a skull. I really, really like this car. And another one. And I got to pay attention to stuff if it's a treasure hunt, because as you know, I want particular castings. Not a treasure hunt. The blue one, which I do not have, has kind of a tiki monster. What was the name of this series anyway? Roll Patrol. Something to do with Hawaii. But it's the second casting with the non-removable surfboard. So I will take it. Another surf crate. Then this Corvette C7R for my race prepped, race spec Corvette box, which for right now is has C6, C7s, and C8Rs in it. But I realized something. There's a older. It doesn't have the R designation, but there were Corvette castings that were specifically built for racing, so I stuck those in there too. I did not have this one, so that's a keeper. I'm actually keeping all of this stuff. He sent 2 older cars, a 70s car and an 80s car that were kind of beat up, so those went to the archive. But everything else is mine. A Target Red Edition Gas Monkey. And I'm collecting specifically, I mean, I collect all Corvettes, but this Gas Monkey casting has eluded me. It probably should go to the archive, but I'm going to keep this one. Gorgeous Stingray. Yes, please. And this, I'm kind of torn about this one. The archive needs it, but I do collect Hondas. This red edition, they charge like $5,000 for these online. It's a 90 Honda Civic EF, and it's the red edition. So they can make as many Civics as they want to. I'm gonna have to start breaking them out. I think I'll show you that tomorrow. Incidentally, Slack Ass Saturday may get renamed Show and Tell Saturday for reasons that I'll get to in a minute. Man, that's a nice paint job. Really dig it. Thank you, William. And there's the last little batch of cars from Roger that came out. And these are some highlights that I have to show you, because I'm keeping all of these. A couple went to the archive, but we won't talk about those. This 220 SE sedan. And this particular livery is based on the race car of EWY Rosequist, who was the first female Argentinian Grand Prix winner. And in the touring car class, I guess. I'm not super familiar with Grand Prix divisions and stuff, but she won in a car painted just like this. And this is the first edition, first Matchbox production of this car, the 220 SE. And they gave this away as like a promo to school children, I guess, to raise awareness for powerful women or whatever. But it is a super dope car. And Matchbox Mercedes are always welcome with me. The only other one I have is this red one, which is kind of a taxi livery. Same casting, but not a race car, not based on Amy Rosequist's car. So that was a surprise and very, very much appreciated. This, I guess it's a Monte Carlo, if I remember right. Yeah, it's an 88 Monte Carlo, and I don't think I have any Chevy Monte Carlos. I only have GNXs and Grand Nationals. So I guess my trivia question, because I really don't know, is this that there's a body style, like a G body or something, that the Grand National, is this considered that style body too? 88 Monte Carlo. But never seen one before, so keeping that one. And here's a strange bird. This is a Ford Mustang Cobra in a hot pink with an opening latch. And this was a leftover Corgi casting when Mattel bought Corgi or whatever. I knew something was weird about it. I felt like it was a Maisto when I first picked it up because it just had that Maisto lightness. But nope, it's a Hot Wheels officially, and it was a Corgi casting that they ran with for a couple years. There's 5 or 6 of these or so, and it has a tow hitch, which is weird for Hot Wheels, unless it's part of a set, some kind of a towing set. A blue 2002 Matchbox. And I have a couple colors of this, but not this blue one. Keeping it, a Ford Mustang Mach 1 in green. Hot Wheels, of course. And I think this is going to be the next Mustang sub model that gets broken out, because I've got like 10 or 12 of Mach 1s at this point. It's getting a little crowded. And the Mustang thing, see right there, I'm pointing, is one. I used to say that I was going to constrain it to the whatever slots I had in those boxes, but man, there's hundreds of Hot Wheels Mustangs, so how can I stop? I just can't stop. So the Mach 1 will probably get its own collector case pretty soon. And then this is so beautiful. Look at that purple. This is an Impala. I don't collect Impalas. I don't, and I'm not going to. But this is another one I'm going to keep. What year is it? 66, I believe. 67 Impala. It's just unbelievably gorgeous. I gotta have it. I mean, this is what this whole diecast thing is all about. These cars that just kind of amaze you, you know. So thanks again, Roger. Thanks, Bill. This video is brought to you by William Wilkinson and Roger S. And I got a pile of trash here and a bunch of cars, so I'm going to pause before I answer some questions. So here is the feedback portion of Freestyle Friday. And my answers aren't important. These are just conversation starters. I know some viewers are interested in my take, my opinion, but feel free to comment with what your answer would be. So, when will you consider your collection complete? Asked by Dave S. Probably never, because the thing that I find most fun and entertaining about this whole diecast thing is just perpetually looking for cars, trying to feather these little nests, and I have a lot of them. I have like 71, last time I counted, collecting threads going on. So like when I see a car, I'm like, oh, cool, I want that. And I don't think as a collection it's ever going to be complete. I'll do these little like micro focuses where I try to fill a box, like get current on a certain casting. Really, the only thing that I ever consider complete is I have all of one casting, and then try to stay on top of it as they come out, acquire them. But like the models, like what would be a model? Like Dodge vans. I don't really focus on any particular casting. If it's a Dodge van, I want it. And then makes like Porsche or BMW or Nissan, anything they release, I'll take it and I buy it. So never, I don't think it's ever really going to be complete. And I really enjoy this. So I'm flaky about hobbies, and especially collecting. A lot of times I'll collect for a couple of years and then sell it off. I don't think I'm ever going to sell this off, because my youngest son, who's probably the one who's going to inherit all this mess, also is into Hot Wheels. So I'm kind of doing this for fun, and then hopefully decades and decades from now, when I pass away, he'll inherit it and value it instead of selling it off. Who knows? Are you afraid of someone stealing your collection? Dave S. also asked that. Not really, because it's not really like uber valuable. Like I don't really go in for convention cars or RLCs. I mean, every single car in this room, which is where my personal collection is collectively might be worth a couple $1,000s to people. And it's easier to steal a car than it is to break into someone's house and steal all these goddamn things. It would make a lot of noise. Also, I mean, I'm not going to talk like a badass or anything. There's loaded weapons in every room of this house except for maybe the kitchen. And I live in rural Georgia. People don't break into houses out here unless they want to get shot. Everyone I know is armed. There's gunfire going off in this neighborhood all the time. It's so commonplace to hear guns going off that you don't even really notice. I noticed when someone's like, man, that guy's really burning a lot of ammo. He must be really wealthy to shoot off hundreds of rounds. But yeah, not something I really worry about. People steal catalytic converters from your driveway, like if you park far away from your house or something. But we have alarm dogs, and like I said, there's a lot of guns in this house, and they're all loaded, ready to go. So nope, not worried about that. Sean R asks, who is your favorite Star Wars character? I love nerdy ass questions like that. I could go on. How much time do we have? Okay, I'll just keep it brief. When I was really young, it was Luke Skywalker, like most people of my age. And then very quickly, like, it became Boba Fett, because he had this sort of mystique, and he was so cool looking, and like I said, had this sort of mystery about him. You didn't really know a lot about Boba Fett until the prequel trilogy came out. And I have to say that when the series, The Book of Boba Fett, came out a couple years ago, I loved it. I thought it was great and answered a lot of questions that have been on people's minds for a long time. But it kind of killed the mystique of that character. Like now it's sort of like, okay, I know his whole backstory and what happened after he fell in the Sarlacc pit. And I just didn't really... something died in my fascination for Boba Fett at that time. So now, 2025, I would have to say Jyn Erso from Rogue One, because I think as far as films go, Rogue One is flawless. It's like the perfect prequel to A New Hope. And I just think that Jyn Erso character was awesome. Felicity Jones is pretty hot too, so that didn't hurt. But just her backstory, her dad's involvement. I read a novel called Catalyst about Galen Urso. So just the Jen Urso characters, I love her. And there's one more question that Brad from North Carolina asked about GT40s, but I think I'm going to leave that till tomorrow because, like I said, changing the name from Slack Ass Saturday to Show and Tell Saturday is kind of a good idea because that's what I've kind of been doing, and y'all seem to enjoy it when I show you stuff I collect or boxes I've got going on. And I know we can get a lot of weeks out of that because I have a lot of shit in this room. So that's it for today. I have today off. I'm not going to go hunting though because I have so many cars to process. I'm just going to chill and wait for the mail. So talk to you tomorrow.